Hey guys, Eric here with another video review. I know I was supposed to be doing the SPD green. I actually have been having some audio issues with my microphone, so I'm currently using a different setup right now. Anyway, today we'll be looking at the DC Multiverse, the Batman from the new movie. Before we get a little too much into the figure, let's take a quick look at his box. Here we are back with a quick look at the box. Figure would be in there. You know, you got to rip it up to grab the little data card and the stand. You got the Batman right here, DC Multiverse of the Batman, in that new Batman logo. This does look really cool. The Batman, same thing up here. Nothing too much on the side. And the back, we got more figures from this wave. This one, I believe, is Catwoman with the mask on, Kingpin, Riddler, and the Bat motorcycle. I actually have seen the Bat motorcycle and the unmasked version of Batman. I still have yet to pick them up. And we got a picture of the figure holding his grappling gun. I believe this is a figure, rendered up really nicely. Anyway, that was the box, guys. Now let's take a closer look at the figure. So here we are back with a close-up of the figure, and right away I'm just going to say it. This probably has some of the nicest detail and sculpting I've ever seen on a Mcfarlane figure. And I do be saying that a lot. Some of their Mortal Kombat, like Spawn figures, got some really nice detail, but this is the first time I'm seeing this costume in all its glory. Like, not in previews, having it in person. This thing looks insane. The amount of detail in the sculpting is amazing. Speaking of the sculpting, we can walk right in. Just take a look at that really, really clean head sculpt. This looks just like Robert Pattinson, in my opinion. It's actually, like I said earlier, my first time looking at the costume up close, and I really do love this stitched, all these stitching they got across the whole helmet. I know this is like armor. It reminds me of Batman Gotham by Gaslight, but they got that all over the helmet. It looks really, really clean. The ears are nice and straight. This does look like Robert Pattinson. He's looking a little bit to the side. I do like that. The resemblance is right there. The skin tone looks good. The lips are painted really well. He does have also immaculate sculpting everywhere else. If you go down the body, you can see that. Every single little panel is sculpted and detailed in really nicely. We got these shoulder armors sculpted under here. The wrinkles in his armor, segmented bat signal. We got really, really nice clean sculpting all over the belt. It goes all the way to the back as well. You guys can see that, the bat butt. Really, really nice wrinkle sculpting all over the body as well. All down the legs. You guys can see all that. More stitching detailing along the boots right here. You guys can see that. And yeah, I got some nice treads, some combat boots. His gauntlets look really clean. This is the first time I'm seeing the costume in its entirety, by the way. These are like some throwing knives, could be batarangs. He does have these really nice new type of sculpted daggers, gauntlets. Anyway, guys, a little quick 360 before I move on. That is it. Now we can take a look at some of the paintwork and discuss it a little more. So after I just went in on all the sculpting, the painting, like I said, is really, really immaculate. These come off because I'm going to customize it. I did have to take the cape off, but, it doesn't come like this. I took these off on purpose. The painting is done super well, like I said. The eyes are looking off to the side. They look really, really clean. Skin tone looks really clean. I do love this shiny black they got on the bat symbol here. As for the paint, we have more on the hands. His open hand has darker black paint to differentiate like the armored parts. Same thing on the other hand. Like I said, these silver pieces on his gauntlets. I believe these are painted black. These are actually a soft rubber. They can rotate quite a bit. You guys can see that. These are rubbery, but I think these are painted black. It's supposed to go like that. Other than that, not much in the work of paint. Like I said, really nice sculpted details all over here. The cape does look really nice too. It is a shorter Batman cape. It only reaches just a little bit past his calves. So that's pretty neat detail. More sculpting details, I would say. Got all these lines going down the arms. He has elbow guards right here. Like I said, all this sculpting. He's got all these buckles, crazy buckles going around. Just on one leg. Really cool. You can see the differentiating the armor and like the cloth suit right here. More buckles down here. This is a bear. Yeah, this is just bear right here. Anyways, this is a really cool looking figure. I guess we can move into the accessories now. So Batman doesn't really come with a lot, just like all these DC figures. We get the basic black stand, circular stand. He does come with a little bio card. You guys go ahead and read that if you like. Real name Bruce Wayne. It's the same art we saw on the card in the back. Batman from The Batman. And his only real accessory is this grappling hook. I do believe it's a grappling hook. Very, very odd shape to it. You guys can see it's the same one I think on the back right here. Very, very odd shape. Anyways, pretty unique design. This little peg to stick into his hand. All black, but there is quite a bit of sculpting in here. Let's focus on that. Very unique shape. Looks like a gun actually. Not too bad. Got some little rivets in there. And the triggers right there. It's probably where I'll like the to reel it back in. Pretty cool. Does fit into his hand, so it didn't show off much. But this is the holding hand. A karate chop hand and an actual holding hand. Anyways, this does fit into his hand really easily. Just peg it in, and there you go. This actually is a very weird accessory to me, just because the way this is shaped, it just looks super weird. The hand is open. Maybe it comes out of his gauntlet. Not really sure, but that's how it looks when he's doing it. He can look up pretty nice too to get some grappling poses. This looks in the other hand. So this is how it looks in the other hand, and it just looks weird like this. You could angle the hand, the articulation as well. You could angle it like that, but then it looks like a gun. So I think it definitely does look better in this open palm hand on this side, but it's just me. Anyway, that was the accessories. Let's take a look at the articulation. So Batman's articulation is actually really nice. I was pleasantly surprised when I opened this up to see he was actually very posable. Starting off, we go with the head. We can do actually you can do a full 360. A little bit hindered by this neck collar piece. This is actually rubber as well. I forgot to mention this, but this is a whole piece connected to the cape. Nice rubbery piece to make look a little collar. The head can go side to side, up a little bit. It looks better in person, and down. I will be modding this figure, and I'll probably show it off later. The arms could be able to do a full. They can, because I detached the cape here on mine, but it wasn't able to. The arms do go up both sides, but they are hindered quite a bit because of these loose shoulder pads connected to the bicep. We got a ball joint in the torso. We got an upper arm swivel, and we got double jointed elbows on both sides. We got rotating hands at the wrist and down here, and they both have pivots like this. Ab joints are pretty limited, just a tiny bit, basically nothing forward. More so back than forward. That's upper body and waist. Nothing really. You can go a little bit side to side. Hips do go forward quite a bit and back on both sides. You can get a full splits. Double jointed knee on both sides. You can get the 360 of the foot. Wouldn't really recommend it though. The foot does go up, down. We got a little bit of an ankle pivot and toe joint on both sides. So the articulation is really clean, very solid. Now I would say let's get on to some size comparisons. So here you have Batman next to other 7-inch figures from different lines. This is actually a Mcfarlane Mortal Kombat Malefic Spawn and Jazzware's 7-inch Halo Master Chief. You can see they're all the same size. Batman looks smaller in person. He's just a tiny bit smaller, and he is also crouching too, but they're all around the same size. They look pretty cool. We can even throw in Thanos back there. They all look to be about the same size, so he'll fit in really well with your 7-inch figures. Lastly, here he is next to some 6.5-inch figures in Power Rangers and my last review, Kamen Rider Den-O. Like I said earlier, he is a 7-inch figure, and he is bigger than them as should be, but they do look very well together. So here I am with my final thoughts on this Batman 2022 movie figure from Mcfarlane. This figure is not bad. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, here he is scaled next to a Batman villain, Azrael. It'd be cool to see him in live action as well. You know, this is a cool figure. I'm not gonna lie. It is without its, or it does have some faults though. The arms do look kind of long. Um, I wish they could have done this shoulder articulation just a little bit better. It is super impeded by the cape. And I guess a lot of big fallout with these figures is the ab articulation, particularly a Batman. They have really bad ab articulation. You know, those are all things I could fix myself, and I'm probably going to. But you know, those are the only things I would have to say about this figure. Other than that, it is a very nice figure. It does look really cool. I am super hyped about this movie. Anyway, guys, that was a review. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know what you guys think. Later.